When it comes to craft brew pubs, Erik Maitland gets around. This month,
it's research.
It's true, research. This month he's featuring 3 good beer stops he found in Illinois as we bring you Erik's beer tour of the month. And just so we don't get too parched during this tour,
yes,
I brought in a little Oktoberfest.
I'm very happy about this.
From Decorah, the Toppling
Goliath. It's a beer I've wanted to try, but I keep passing it up on the shelves. So I can't wait to see what happens here.
It is a, what did I call it?
It's an Oktoberfest.
It's an Oktoberfest, but it's a lager.
Yes.
And
do you want to start with this?
Well, just have a sip.
Okay.
Okay. And while you're sipping that, I'm going to tell you what you're supposed to taste.
Mm-hmm.
Soft caramel and biscuit. It says, it has malty notes of fresh baked bread.
This is one of Iowa's premier breweries, and they do not disappoint with what an Oktoberfest beer should taste like.
It's really good.
That's great. This is my first time with this one, and I will stop passing it by. I'm going to have to get some.
Toppling Goliath, and it's in. They make it in Decorah, and it says it's. Tell me what this means. It's a live beer, unfiltered.
Unfiltered, might be some yeast in there, which probably done with the carbonation process. But when it's unfiltered, sometimes there's a little carbonation that happens in the packaging, the can or the bottle. Yeah, it is really good.
Okay, let's go to Reserve in Galesburg.
Yeah, really neat place. This was a Ford dealership for many decades, closed for years, and then these guys decided, let's turn it into a brewery. It's got tons of space, and you'll notice the bus right there. That is where you get your beer.
Oh, look at that.
Cool. Yeah, it was found in a scrapyard. It was an old Peoria charter bus, and the owners there made it into a tap beer stand. Now, this is one of those pay-as-you-pour places. Okay. You go in, you get a card, and when you wave that card in front of the tap, it chalks up what you're getting and how much. I will tell you, it's one of the most reasonable, if not the most reasonable, pour your own I've ever been to. I had a pint for $5. That's hard to find anymore. And I'll tell you what, they brew their own beers, but they have a lot of guest taps. I'm not really a sour beer guy, but the day I was there, I tried a blueberry cheesecake sour and fell in love with it. Wow. Yeah, this is right downtown. You know, it's really good prices. You pour your own, and it's just a great space if you're planning an event and you live in this area and you want, say, a wedding reception or something like that. They've got a whole back room that's about 3 times the size of the room you just saw there.
Wow,
it's
huge. Space. You said it was a car dealership.
Yeah, Ford dealership. Yeah.
So that's Reserve, and that's in Galesburg.
Downtown Galesburg.
Now moving to Kewanee.
Yes, this is a really neat place. This is not a brewery, it's a bar. It's Cernos Bar and Grill. They've got good food too, by the way, but look at this bar. Now,
cool.
Back in the day, Pabst Blue Ribbon wanted, this was the day of the company houses where breweries would own the bars, and that was the only beer you could get there. What I'm doing here is, since it's a Pabst bar.
What are you doing there?
Hey, when in Kewanee, you know, they do sell Pabst along with 29 other taps. Pabst, you can get a pint for $1.
Is that right?
And it comes out ice cold. You've never tasted a better Pabst than at Cernos. But great food. The bar goes back to 1898. It was built in Belgium and transferred to Kewanee, of all places. But that's where they had a Pabst house. And the original bar is there. There are so many stories with this bar. There's a bank teller window up front where people would cash their paychecks and go drink. Spittoons, thoroughly cleaned, but now those are the tip jars.
Really?
There is in the back, because this was a time when women couldn't go into bars and buy drinks. So the women would go upstairs, and the men, and you know, whatever story was, you do the imagination yourself. The men would buy the beers. The drinks would go up on a dumbwaiter to the second floor, where frivolity was had by all, I guess.
Not just the women were drinking up there.
Right, right.
Okay, so that's kind of racy for Cernos.
Yes, racy for Kewanee.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, it's just, it's so much history. There are still the little buttons at the tables that would summon waiters. Of course, they don't even need buttons these days. They come right to you.
Yeah, a lot of history. So you heard our Joy Illinois gal talk about
Yes,
Utica, and I think
yes.
there was a shot of this place.
Yes, it was on the main street.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Lodi.
That's
Yeah.
probably, well, you know, I'm not going to say anything about this. That's probably the Lodi in Maple Park, Illinois.
Oh.
The one in Utica, and I guess I didn't have pictures of that one.
Oh, well.
They have two locations.
Oh, okay. So,
Okay,
so
I
this
think-
is the other one.
Yeah, this is Utica Park. So this is, I mean, Maple Park. This is kind of a western Chicago land area.
So the one you're talking about doesn't look like this.
It's in Utica. It's right on the main drag. And the neat thing, I did have some pictures. I don't know if those got transferred. But what they do with the main block in Utica is they close it off into a pedestrian eatery. So they've got light-strung tables outside of all the bars and grills, and there are probably more bars and grills per capita on that block.
Not year-round.
Not year-round, but they do use that as a center for all the events. You've got Starved Rock right there and color tours coming up.
Yeah.
Now, Lodi Tap House is a serious craft beer place. So if you're looking for something really deep and really good, they've got, let me see, 20 taps. They've got a to-go fridge, so you can get 4-packs of anything. And the neat thing about this time of year is they also do a Brewers of Illinois Advent calendar for December. You got to get on it fast because it sells out. It's very popular. And if you do buy one, you can have it delivered to Wake Brewing here in Rock Island and pick it up there. But it's only about a 3-hour window to pick up.
Do you know how much it is?
I don't.
That'd be fun.
I don't.
That'd be
But
fun.
it's got some, last year's was incredible. I'm
An
sure
advent-
this year's will
a
be better.
beer advent calendar.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you like this? Toppling
really do.
Goliath from Decorah.
Good stuff.
And yeah, so enjoy the rest of
Cheers.
that. And if you have any ideas for Erik, he'll sometimes he listens to ideas, and he'll.
I always listen. I'm an idea man, Paula.
I know you are. You have plenty of ideas of your own.
It's true.
But you're always willing to listen to others. Thanks, Erik. That was fun.